Welcome to all you Pisceans. Welcome for your monthly forecast for August 2015. A bit later than usual, but I was on a holiday, and I was at the Las Islas Baleares, and I bought that over there, and it was a fantastic vacation. But anyways, what is happening for you during the month of August 2015? I'm very, very glad that Jupiter goes into Virgo. Why? Although everyone is having somewhere in their chart, and for you it's your 6th house, such a good energy between Venus and Jupiter in Leo. And up until the 11th of the month of August, it's still the Venus-Jupiter in Leo. And that is such a fantastic energy, such a fiery energy, such a playful energy. And for you, but it's in a very serious house for you. It was in the 6th house, which is your day-to-day routines. I'm not going to repeat that all because that was for July, but there's still the first week, an emphasis on your routines. Still, if you want to improve them, want to have more fun with your day-to-day life. It's also your health. It's also your pets. These are the areas that you probably have improved or have enjoyed more than usual. But the very good news for this month is in August that around the 11th of the month that Jupiter goes into your 7th house. And that's only once every 12 years. And that is fantastic news because Jupiter is all about expansion. It's all about plenty of. It's all about meaningfulness. It's all about spirituality. It's all about belief system, optimism, expansion, growth, development, teaching, and many, many, many more. Traveling, foreign people. And that is in your 7th house of relationships. Now, it's a key house, the 7th house. So you will sense it more than other signs, and you will sense it like just all the other mutable signs, which is Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius. It's a key area of your life, which means that Jupiter is going, it wants to make the things bigger and expanding the things or situation where it transfers. And this is now your 7th house of relationships. Does it mean that you didn't have relationships before? Or no, it simply means more. You're going to have either, especially when you are single, there are new people coming into your life, probably from a foreign country, or probably from a different background, or probably people who are very optimistic, very joyful, very adventurous, very, adventurous, people who like to travel, people who like to read, people who like to have a connection with the divine, with God if you like, with Allah if you like, or Buddha, or whoever you believe in. But it's that special connection to a higher consciousness that now you see through other people. And of course, it's a mirror. Other people are always a mirror. So it mirrors that you are also expanding. You are also feeling that there is something more in life than just a day-to-day life. And that gives you that optimism. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius and it's traditional ruler of your sign, Pisces. And that is all about growing and seeing lots of possibilities and seeing things on a higher helicopter level, you could say. So if you are single, lots of possibilities, you're going to meet someone. It starts now in August, so it doesn't mean to say now in August you're going to meet someone, but during, it stays there approximately 1 year. So definitely, these people are that you meet throughout this year, they have good vibes for you. They have good intentions for you. So it's not like, for instance, having Pluto in the 7th house, which is, you're going to meet people who are very who are going to challenge you. That's something totally different. If you are in a relationship, let's say you're in a fairly good relationship, is going to improve. I've seen people who got married with Jupiter in the 7th. I've seen people who got children when Jupiter is in the 7th. Expansion of the relationship. Let's say you don't have a good relationship and maybe you are in a divorce or you're breaking up then this Jupiter shows that probably things will go all right, and probably you will find very soon someone else, maybe more than one, because Jupiter always shows more. So not necessarily one, but more. I've seen a lot of people with Jupiter in the 7th house. Suddenly they attract 2 or 3 people that are, all of them, all 3, they are very interesting. And for a Pisces, that's not easy, is it? To be able to choose. But that's a luxury problem. But still, I think in the growth and expansion, there will be steadiness. Why is that? Because not in August, but as from September, Saturn is going back into Sagittarius, and that squares up to your sign. Actually, that's not bad for you. Why? Because it's the combination of Jupiter and Saturn, which I talked about last month. So Jupiter is expansion, yes, but certainly for you, amongst the Pisceans amongst you who tend to not having boundaries, the Saturn squaring up to you is it's not a bad thing. It means that you stay within your own boundaries, but still you expand. So you stay an individual, but you still expand. And that's something that Pisceans in general are not always good at, to stay with themselves. So this is really, really good news. You will meet other people, especially when you have your sun sign or the moon sign or Venus or Mars at the very beginning of Pisces, like from 0 to 5 degrees. You will have that Jupiter opposing that planet. And that always, in an opposition, it always involves other people, I find. And so you will probably also meet some optimistic Jupiterian people who can support you, but in a very not in a nurturing way, but maybe in an inspiring way. Let's put it that way. So this is really, really good news, and I don't want to expand actually very much about other things that are going on. And the battery went low. I'm still not in working modus. But what I forgot to say for you Pisceans was that it's not only Jupiter that's in your sign, in your opposite sign, that is of relationships, it's also the asteroid Juno, and it's for the whole month of August. It's just the month of August that is going to be there transiting your 7th house as well. And what is Juno? Juno is all about, I pronounce it like Spanish because I've been to Spain. It is about commitment. Juno is about commitment and seriousness and serious relationships. And so together with Jupiter, which is expansion, which is optimism, it means that your relationships are going, especially in August, are going to be very, there is a possibility to make them stronger, to make them more committed. So I don't have to draw a picture about that. This is good news. So, and what else? I think that's the most important thing. Of course, the Venus is still retrograde in your 6th house. So that's for the whole month, but that's a bit the same as I said in July. So it's a good time for you to go back to maybe an old routine, to trying to improve it or trying to improve your health. By doing some routines that maybe you did earlier when you were younger, for instance, and now you pick them up again. And this is really, really good, because retrograde always shows that going back, or maybe a colleague is coming back to you, female colleague, because it's Venus, or maybe you are just enjoying work more than you used to do. Or you are, because Venus is also what you value, what you like, what you don't like. It could also mean that maybe you are going to make some changes as from September, October time, but thinking about it now, that consider your day-to-day work. Maybe you want to change it. Maybe you want to change jobs. That could be the case as well. So the last thing I want to say is that Jupiter in Virgo is in traditional astrology not a good position, because Jupiter wants to expand and Virgo wants to see the details. But I find that although it might be contradictory, it's very, very interesting, because it's a combination of fire and earth, and that is success. Why? Because fire has the vision and earth wants to bring it into practice. It's like if you are a fire sign or having a lot of fire in your horoscope, you can have the idea of writing a book, for instance, but if you don't have any earth or a strong Saturn, you won't be able to do the effort day by day for writing that book. Like for instance, each day writing 1 page, and at the end of the year, you've got your book. So these are the Virgo qualities and the Jupiterian qualities. And you've got that now together. We all have that now together. And you have that in your 7th house. So if you are having ideas about relationships that were probably in the past a bit too idealistic, because of course sometimes we are too idealistic about relationships. Now is a time, and probably Pisceans, because they are ruled by Jupiter. But now is a time that you Pisceans can get very real about the relationship, but not too real, because if you would become very real about a relationship, it becomes very dull, very dull. So it's not that, it's both. You've got and the optimism and the idealism, but you also have the truth there, the reality there. So anyway, thank you for watching, and wish you a very, very good August. Thank you for sharing, thanking for liking and all of that. And see you next month. Bye-bye.